bakers, brewers, bankers, brothery and butchery, and carmen cleaners, couriers, consultancy and cookery. Become a wire worker or a woman or a wheelwright, and go to the apothecaries if something doesn't feel right. There's companies for carpentry and coopery and plaistery, for turners and for tilers and for paviers and masonry. There's goldsmiths and upholders to look after all your finery, and vintners and distillers if you want to run a winery. For horsey things there's lorriners and saddlers and farriers, conservators of water and the shipwrights and the mariners. There's leather sellers, pattern makers, armourers and braziers. There's painting glass and selling glass, and one of them's the glaziers. There's wire drawers, cutlers and the plumbers and the pewterers, and grocers and the gardeners and the farmers and the fruiterers. There's clothworking and tailoring and mercery and drapery, and scriveners and stationers for if you're feeling papery. If you are drawn to knitting and to needlework, then have a bash at making fans and felt and gloves to dye and weave and haberdash. There's iron, fish and lighting if you want to run a mungery, and poulters and the salters if you're ever feeling hungry. There's some for making playing cards and furniture and spectacles, tobacco pipes and clocks and guns and other such collectibles. There's firefighters, chandlers of tallow and of candle wax, and bowyers, fetchers, horners, and advisors on your council tax. There's chartered ones for architects, accountants and the secretaries, surveyors, arbitrators, the insurers and the actuaries. There's builders, merchants, fuelers, constructors and the engineers, and joiners, founders, blacksmiths and musicians, which'll end in tears. There's scientific instruments and piloting and marketing, and nurses and the makers of your coaches and your basketing, entrepreneurs, technologists, and if that's too inhibiting, there's girdling and laundering and skinning and soliciting. There's inns to hold and cabs to drive and worlds to trade and chords to wane. They educate, communicate, write scholarship and paint a stain. And all of them have chaplains who command their own confessionals, essential for the HR and security professionals. The liveries of London are unrivaled in their calibre, except by those in Edinburgh and Bristol, York and Hampshire.